Hello and welcome back to another end-up-weather video. Today we are talking about the Eastern Pacific again. Tropical disturbance is expected to form, and now we could be looking at a hurricane. Stay tuned for more. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Now let's get right on into it. Starting off with the GFS. This is where we're going to be looking at most of the time today. I'm also going to be looking at some wind speeds, but we see that this tropical depression starts to form here, and it starts to move toward the north. It gains some strength, some intensity, and right over here, it just seems like those isobars are close enough and expand far enough outward in that tight-knit group where we could see some wind speed sustained at hurricane force. So, I think yesterday we were talking about whether this is going to happen or not. I think the GFS strongly thinks it is. This has been on here for at least the last day and a half. So, at this point, we just have to try and figure out the strength of this at peak. It seems like a peak is going to be right around here. It just seems like every single model run has this strength right around here. Max strength right in here. So, we're going to be looking at more of that, but after that peak strength, this really starts to weaken pretty quickly. You can see that everything is just faded away, which, again, happens with these early season storms, but this storm is expected to form over the weekend, and the typical start to the East Pacific hurricane season is the 15th. So this is about 5 or 6 days ahead of schedule, and that peak there is on the 10th, which is Monday, but a little bit early of a start to the tropical storm hurricane season in the Eastern Pacific. Now, does that mean the same thing for the Atlantic? That is yet to be seen. The GFS is still a little bit more on the bear side on that at the moment, but we do have to play everything by ear. But let's move on to the wind speeds here, and we're going to go right over here. Now, knots here, this is all in knots, and miles per hour are pretty similar, usually just a couple digits off, but we can see this low pressure forms. It starts off pretty subtropical, and then of course as we near peak it gets a little stronger. This is probably at least a tropical depression or a tropical storm. Then we get closer to that peak, and this is where things start to get a little fuzzy, because we could see those darker reds and those purples start to get into play here, and especially when you go a little bit further up, such as, let me find it here, I think right over here. Actually, no, that's not it. Boom. Yeah, so we see this, there's very little wind shear. So that all means that the ingredients are there. We have moisture, we have limited wind shear, and of course, you know, this isn't coming in the wake of another tropical storm or hurricane, so of course it has all the energy to collect. Maybe this could be the first hurricane of the year as well as being the first tropical storm. 2 for 1, maybe, but that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.